And now managing his fourth All-Star game from the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, number 2, Tommy Lasorda. Now let's meet the National League starting lineup. Leading off and making his 6th straight appearance as the National League starting shortstop, from the St. Louis Cardinals, number 1, Ozzie Smith. Batting second, leading the National League in batting with a .353 average, from the San Diego Padres, number 19, right fielder Tony Gwynn. Batting third, this year's top vote getter in the All-Star balloting, from the San Francisco Giants, number 22, first baseman Will Clark. Batting fourth, leading the major leagues with 31 home runs and 81 RBIs, from the San Francisco Giants, number 7, left fielder Kelly Mitchell. Batting fifth, he has 16 home runs and 52 RBIs this season, from the Cincinnati Reds, number 44, center fielder Eric Davis. Batting sixth, second in the league with 22 home runs, from the New York Mets, number 20, third baseman Howard Johnson. Batting seventh, he ranks third among active National Leaguers with a .307 average. From the St. Louis Cardinals, number 28, the designated hitter Pedro Guerrero. Batting eighth, the Major League's all-time leader in fielding percentage at second base. From the Chicago Cubs, number 23, Ryne Sandberg. Batting ninth, known for his rocket arm and throwing from the crouch position, from the San Diego Padres, number 9, Benito Santiago. Warming up in the bullpen, National League Pitcher of the month of May, from the San Francisco Giants, number 48, Rick Reuschel. Although he retired on May 29th, he was elected by the fans to the National League third base position in recognition of his contributions to the game. From the Philadelphia Phillies, number 20, Mike Schmidt. Ladies and gentlemen, managing his first All-Star game from the 1988 American League champion Oakland Athletics, number 10, Tony La Russa. Leading off, the American League's top vote getter of 1989, from the Kansas City Royals, the left fielder, number 16, Bo Jackson. Batting second and playing third base, the 5-time American League batting champion, from the Boston Red Sox, number 26, Wade Boggs. Currently leading the American League with a .336 average and hitting third this evening, from the Minnesota Twins, the center fielder, number 34, Kirby Puckett. From the Chicago White Sox, batting in the cleanup spot, 2-time outstanding designated hitter of the year, number 3, Harold Baines. Playing second base and batting fifth, he ranks among the league's leaders in 6 categories. From the Texas Rangers, number 14, Julio Franco. Hitting sixth and appearing in his 7th straight All-Star game, the American League's fielding leader among shortstops. From the Baltimore Orioles, number 8, Cal Ripken. Hitting 7th with a .330 average going into this evening's game, the right fielder from the Texas Rangers, number 21, Ruben Sierra. Among the league leaders in home runs and RBIs in 1989, playing first base and batting 8th, from the Oakland Athletics, number 25, Mark McGwire. Batting 9th and catching, the most valuable player of the 1988 All-Star Game. From the Oakland Athletics, number 36, Terry Steinbach. And in the bullpen, the American League starting pitcher for the 60th All-Star Game. He leads the league with 13 wins in 1989 from the Oakland Athletics, number 34, Dave Stewart.
You wore a Cardinal uniform as we look at Ozzie.
Yeah, but not on
Kevin Mitchell. And a base hit, bang to center field for Ozzie Smith. So the National League opens up with a single, and that will bring up Tony Gwynn. Should he lead the league in hitting this year, he would be the first player since Stan Musial. And there goes Ozzie. Breaking ball high, throw, got him.
and he's out. And the San Diego Padres.
He's a remarkable athlete as he draws ball 4. Brings up a point. His wife used a lot of videotapes so that he could study them. Did you use videotapes at all in your career?
It's them to improve his performance. Of course, in the picture business, we have a thing, something like that, and that might keep up with what all was going on in the season.
I can understand why. There goes the runner, a big chopper, speared by McGuire. He'll take it to the bag, and down to second goes Tony Gwynn. One reason why it's nice to have a very big first baseman. He's hit 31 home runs already to lead the major leagues. He's a remarkable kid and quite a story.
Yet in baseball, and as you say,
base hit to center
there
for
it
him.
is.
He's going to get the first RBI.
And a run batted in.
You were talking about his grandmother. The Dave Stewart throws had really helped him, but Davis would not chase that one, the 444, without thinking of them. There goes Kevin Mitchell, and the pitch is ball forward. Yep. So walk Eric Davis. So the battle continues here in the first inning. And Howard Johnson coming up. Now suddenly has just signed a $6 million contract for the next 3 years.
Well, 36 home runs.
And he promptly bangs it to center for a base hit. Here comes Mitchell. Here comes a throw to the plate by Puckett. Not in time. And the National League is leading 2-0. And the honor belongs to Pedro Guerrero. And the runners go. The pitch down and away, and it's a double steal. Eric Davis got a huge jump. There was no way Terry Steinbach was going to be able to get him on that jump. And a drive into left center field, coming in a hurry to pick it off. A fine catch by Bo Jackson, and that saves the American League from further damage. A couple of runs on 2 hits. The American League, Warren Spahn, was about a month older, so he's a remarkable.
Playing football, I don't know if there's ever been anyone doing it. Hey,
he's remarkable, and look at that one. Bo Jackson says hello.
it is different. I can't get quite used to this. Hey, that looks like it's going there too.
Eric Davis to the track.
There it is.
Gone. A rather electrifying moment here in Anaheim. 1975. Hit to Sandberg, and they get Kirby Puckett. 1 down.
But you know, both of those home runs, you'd be a little upset.
And a comebacker. He's an excellent fielder. And Russell takes care of Harold Baines. So we have 2 down in the first inning of a 2-2 tie.
10 home runs this season.
Got club game.
Yeah.
And that's a base hit into left field. So with all the pre-game talk about the shadows and the sunshine and the inability of the hitters to see, we've had 4 runs in the game. We've had 2 home runs.
And he's the first American League shortstop to start 6 straight games.
Ground ball to shortstop. Ozzie feeding Sandberg, and it's in the books.
Yes.
So Bo Jackson and Wade Boggs balanced the budget in the first inning in a blink of an eye. And at the end of 1 inning, a 2-2 tie. Ryan Sandberg, then Benito Santiago breathing fire. Ozzie Smith singled and Tony Gwynn walked. 8-year career. Popped it up. Lost in the sun by Steinbeck, but McGuire has the play. Terry was looking back desperately as if to say, where's the ball? And McGuire had it all the way. And he was being very honest when he said he was uptight. I kept looking and thinking, he really is.
Dave Stewart, 1 inning of work.
Interesting, though, as Santiago strikes out, and you pitched here in an early game, everyone thought going in there won't be any runs. It'll be very difficult to hit through 6:30, 7 o'clock. Was to see his dear friend Jimmy Reese throw out the first ball. That's popped up around the plate. Steinbeck looking for help, and here it comes. And Wade Boggs puts it away. So the National League out in order, 1-2-3 at the end of an inning and a half, a 2-2 tie. Of it. In other words, David Stewart pitched 2 innings, and Nolan Ryan came right in, and Rick Russell went his inning, and now John Smoltz comes in. Ruben Sierra followed by Mark McGuire and Terry Steinbeck. Interesting too with John Smoltz following Rick Russell. Line drive, base hit to right field for Ruben Sierra. John Smoltz, the youngest National League player. McGuire had a good idea about batting 8th in the lineup. That's another way to look at it. He's batting 2nd cleanup. And that's hit in the air to right field up in that bright sun. Tony Gwynn, who had his glove stolen yesterday, the glove he was going to use in the game, using another one. He's got a couple of gold gloves anyway, and he's breaking in a new one today. A serious beaning, and you can see he wears that protective covering to cover the left side of his face. Platooned with Mickey Tettleton, and now drives one into right center for a base hit. Big hop. Eric Davis stays with it, and around to third goes Ruben Sierra. That thing almost kangarooed over Eric Davis' head.
Talking to Gene Mauch about hitting Bo first. Of course, Mauch, who managed here for many years for the Angels, and got the pitch low in the strike zone.
Breaking ball grounded to short. Ozzie Smith to Sandberg. Back to first. No contest. Bo is there. The run is in. And the American League leads 3-2. Hit one out over the left center field wall.
More to left field. Try and give him no big holes in the infield.
There goes Bo, and Santiago throws it into center field. And Jackson is on his way to third. Stolen base, error 2.
Off of the plate.
He tried to take it that way. Ozzie Smith gone out and will make the play. However, the American League, a run, 2 hits. There was an error. It's 3-2 thanks to Bo, and we'll be back after these messages from your local station.
He has added a changeup, which has made the longevity more effective.
Chopper over the mound, off his glove, deflected to Julio Franco, and the throw not in time. So just off the glove of Nolan Ryan, and Julio Franco unable to short hop and get him. And how he played against Bo Jackson at Auburn baseball, and there was a thing down at his feet, and Clark pulls him out of the way and takes a header. Nice save by Terry.
There it goes.
He stole 27 during the regular season, so he's an excellent base runner and base stealer. That means the National League had the double steal in the first inning, and they follow. Clark comes up empty, and down he goes. One away. Now we'll see him with the bat. Mitchell sing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. Off-speed pitch, and there wasn't anything he could do about it.
There's the Nolan Ryan curveball. You hear about the Express.
Typifies what goes on in the All-Star game. He had
America. A lot of players deserve to be here, aren't here.
high fly ball, and it'll be slicing to right field, and Ruben Sierra will wrap it up. So Nolan Ryan leaves Gwynn at second base, and at the end of 2.5, 3-2 American. Really late. Sutcliffe was in Missouri, outside of Kansas City. He played golf yesterday. Last night at about 9 o'clock. And fortunately, we were all here, including Kirby Puckett, who checks in now against Rick Sutcliffe. And promptly greets him with a base hit to left field. So Puckett, a line drive base hit against Sutcliffe. Now Rick Sutcliffe, field. And that's in the dirt, gets away from Santiago. Puckett to second base and holding. To pick him up, 2 balls and no strikes. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Tony Gwynn hoping to make a play and will not have it as Puckett comes in standing up. And the American League takes a 4-2 lead. Julio Franco trying to move him around. Franco singled in the first inning. A number up along third. Sutcliffe bare hand sets and gets him. And on the play, Baines advances to second. So 1 out. And Cal Ripken will be coming up.
Chicago.
You know, when 0-2. And a shot to the right side to Sandberg, who makes the play over to Will Clark. And Harold Baines moves up a notch to third.
Only Sierra will have more home run power than Clemente had.
That's a wonderful touch. Ground ball wide. Clark has it off his glove, recovers, fires. Too late. The run is over. The Harold Baines brings in the second run of the inning. Hit up the middle for a base hit, so the hit parade continues. Sierra will stop at second base. When Russell came into this game, you know, he was a sinker ball pitcher. It don't really ironical that you and Stewart are pitching, etc., etc. He said, "I'm not into irony." Fly ball to right field, and Tony Gwynn wraps it up, and the inning is history. But 2 more for the American League, and at the end of 3, 5-2 American. Russell could be the loser. And Stewart, Ryan, and now Gubicza in the 4th inning. And the big right-hander.
I think that would be a mistake. This guy, a great offensive player.
They pulled off a double steal, but it has been all American League since then. Mark McGwire picking that one nicely, 1 down. In the bottom of the first inning, might have had himself 2 RBIs if the fly ball falls, but he didn't hit any home runs in June this year. Ground ball to Boggs. That'll take care of him.
Boggs throwing with a sore arm at third base. He hurt his shoulder sliding into a base in Boston. Just
2 runs in the first inning, 1 in the second, and 2-2. Oh, the breaking ball got him. He gave on it, and that hard slider nailed him. Toughest pitch in the world at this time especially, and the National League is gone in order. Seeing Tim Burke, that is another great human interest story here in the All-Star game. At center field. Jackson will be facing a new battery. Christine are adopting a baby boy, 2-year-old. Line drive base hit for Bo Jackson. So it is really heartwarming. 1960. Had a home run and a stolen base. There goes Bo, but it's going to be a hit-and-run ground ball. He would have stolen second base. He had such a big jump on Tim Burke, but on his contract to manage the Oakland A's. Kirby Puckett lifting a fly ball to left center. Eric Davis. Bo is going to tag, and Davis has a good arm. Here's the challenge, and it will be the Bo going in on his landing gear. in the third. So Baines 1 for 2. And Harold Baines comes up empty, so they leave Bo Jackson at third, and at the end of 4 it remains 5-2 American League. Followed by Ozzie Smith and then Tony Gwynn. National League's going to have to go to the whip if they're going to get close. Mike Scioscia in his 3-2. A slicing fly ball to left. Bo Jackson is there. Ozzie Smith will be coming up with 1 out. Clockwork.
It's just timing. It's not how many you hit, it's when you hit them.
Chopper to the right side. There's Julio Franco. 2 down. Pitching over at third, the skipper of the Montreal Expos, who formerly was here with the California Angels, Buck Rogers. And it's still 5-2 American League. Franco and Hayes are in this year's All-Star game, each for the first time. And well, he should be. He's already hit in the air and slicing to right. Dawson, who has collected a room full of Gold Gloves, makes the play. 1 out. When you talk about Raider and the Angels leading, certainly 3 of the 4 divisions have been surprises. Slicing drive, a base hit, and Dawson can only knock it down, and Ripken is into second base with a double. So Cal Ripken, a line drive double to right. He's 1 for 3, and that means he has joined the party in the third inning. The American League 5 runs, 11 hits. The National League 2 runs, 4 hits. For the National League, they've had 1 hit since the first inning. They have been dead in the water, and the American League keeps getting men aboard. Little roller up along first to Glenn Davis. He'll take it to the bag, and moving over to third is Fernandez. 1-0 the count.
Education process and worse setup men.
And a box to the short, and up with it is Ozzie, and the throw is just in time to get him. It seemed like McGuire took a long time to get to first. So Swindell, the left-hander, last year, you may remember, he started out 10-1.
He has great control for a young pitcher. Swindell does. 1988, he pitched 240 innings. Walked only 45 men. And that's really pretty good. That's just less than 2 per game. And for a young pitcher, that's great.
Drive into center for a base hit. Over to get it is Kirby Puckett. So Glenn Davis opens up with a base hit. Only the second hit for the National League since the first inning. Mitchell single to center to drive in a run. Good fastball, and that had followed an off-speed pitch. So for the second time, Mitchell is blown away.
You know, the last 5 All-Star games, American League has only scored 7 runs. They've won 2 out of the last 3.
Off speed, hard ground ball to Fernandez, down to Sachs, and back to Mattingly. Double play, 6-4-3. And the lid is slammed on the National League once again. And at the end of 5.5, American League 5, National League 2. He wasn't yet a closer when he was included in that big 7-player deal 2 years ago, in which Kevin Mitchell went to the Giants. But boy, he has become one of the strong pitchers in the National League. Ground ball to Sandberg. He has to wait for Davis to get back to the bag. 1 out. Jackson, the home run. He had a stolen base in the second.
He likes to hit the ball, and he's had several home runs to right field.
Good curveball to punch him up. Now that's an idea of what kind of a pitcher Davis is. Gaetti is one of those fellows who hit a home run in his first big league at bat way back in 1981. So the Minnesota Twins are on display. Curveball got him looking, and now the American League can understand why Mark Davis is so widely heralded in the National. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. Steal in the first inning and grounded out in the fourth. Of an offense since that first inning. 2-2. Got him. So Johnson strikes out. That would be the second strikeout for Greg Swindell. Bonilla with a lot of power and plays third base for the Bucks. He was originally in the Yankee organization, and Sid Thrift got him to come to Pittsburgh. A little flare that's going to drop into left field. And from what we've heard, one of the first things that Sid Thrift was trying to do with the Yankees is now try and get Bonilla back. Pena, the Cardinal catcher, but he's 0 for 2. Fastball and foul tip and held. So that's the third strikeout for Greg Swindell. And Tony La Russa is heading for the mound. He might make a change mid-inning. Remember, he still has Mike Henneman, Doug Jones, and Jeff Russell. And Jeff Russell is up and getting ready if he wants to make the move. And he does. They say, thanks, Greg, for the work. And there he goes. So Swindell will come out. And the 6th American League pitcher will be Texas Jeff Russell, starting pitcher last year when the Rangers traded Mitch Williams to the Cubs. That left them without an established reliever. And when you talk to these players, they'll tell you about the influence of their father. Tony Pena is the only major league player I've ever heard of who said it was my mother who taught me to play. And he can get a leg hit. Busted bat, ground ball to Mattingly. He'll take it to the bag, and that's that. So Russell saws one off in Pena's hands. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. And here's another edition of State Farm Rules of the Game. Pitching to Devon White.
Boo! Mattingly from New York, an out-of-towner. Hooray, and they cheered him.
Ground ball wide to first. Glenn Davis will do it himself. So that's 1 down. Now let's take a look. Jeffrey Leonard. He decided to go 0-0.
Every hitter on the field here tonight, a great mistake hitter.
On the inside corner for strike 3. Jeffrey Leonard can't believe that off-speed pitch got it.
Somewhere.
Mattingly look hitters, and they are really riveted looking at the stance of Mattingly, who gets his first All-Star hit, and it's going to be an extra base hit as Andre Dawson runs it down. Don Mattingly with a stand-up double. And remember, a few years ago, much that of the 56 All-Stars, 6 came from Latin countries. Reason why Ozzy's going the distance up to here. Little roller up along first. Glenn Davis cuts it off at the pass, goes to the bag, and that's it. So the American League wastes a double by Mattingly. At the end of 7, it remains American League 5, National League 2. Now, Ozzy is 1 for 3. Facing Jeff Russell with the American. A man past first base since the first inning. Chopper to Sachs to Mattingly. 1 away. Quickly, let's go to Bob Costas with Howard Johnson. The American League. Fastball popped up on the left side. Gary Gaetti in foul ground. 2 down in the 8th inning. He was on 17 All-Star teams and played on 13 of them. Glenn Davis throwing the walk with 2 out, and there's that first walk. And they're all in the dugout to see him rip. But he's 0-2 and on the edge during this ball game. Ground ball to the hole, and that's a base hit into left field. And the National League with runners at first and second. It's the first time they've had 2 men on since the first inning. It's the first time they've had a runner at second base since the 3rd inning.
Keep Russell in there, but have a talk with him first.
He's going to bring in either Chuck Finley or Dan Plesac, because the hitter due up will be Vaughn Hayes, and we shall return.
My curveball got better in the 2nd inning, and I think the big key was that I was throwing strikes.
Any special feeling about doing it here, and that you spent 8 years with the California Angels?
Well, it was special coming back to Anaheim Stadium, and it's always been a special place for me to pitch.
The American League. The National League now has tying runs at the corners at first and third, and a right-hand hitter, Tim Wallach, is due up. Down in the bullpen, Mike Henneman and Doug Jones are available. And now suddenly, with Jones being brought in, he has one left-hander down there, Chuck Finley, and one right-hander, Mike Henneman. So for Plesac, that's kind of a tough appearance in an all-star game. You warm up, you come in, you make one pitch, a base hit, and out you go.
He has excellent speed.
And that's hammered to left. Coming up for it is Greenwell to make the catch. And Doug Jones really dodges a bullet as Wallach lines out to left field. And the National through in the 8th at the end of 7 1/2, 5-3 American. 9 innings. Vince Coleman, who ran for Kevin Mitchell, stayed in the game.
Uses it at a fulcrum, just spins right around.
And he walks Ruben Sierra to begin matters in the bottom of the 8th inning. He averages almost 6 walks per year. Available for La Russa are Finley and Henneman. They got him and hung him out to dry. Ruben Sierra picked off by Mitch Williams to Glenn Davis. With 1 out in the 8th inning, 5-3 American League. That's popped up around the plate. Tony Pena looking for help, and Glenn Davis obliges and puts it away. So 2 down in the 8th inning. If you're not keeping score and you wonder about those players come up in the 9th inning. Tettleton released by Oakland, signed by Baltimore, and shipped. Oh, good fastball to ring him up. So Tettleton strikes out, and Mitch Williams, would you agree? Did he make it look easy? Does he make anything look easy? We'll be back.
In the strike zone, the fastball that 2 changeups in the strike zone, the fastball that throws would be out of the strike zone.
Ground ball, just what? Fair? Yes, it hit the first base umpire, Bob Engel, and it's a single. If it doesn't hit Engel, it's down the line for extra bases because Bonilla runs exceptionally well. And Bob Engel, 23 years of service as an umpire. The other side of the coin, Willie Randolph, an all-star with the Yankees in the American League, now a star in the National League. Fastball hit down to Sachs, wouldn't you know? The feed to Fernandez, back to Mattingly, too late. So the force play 4-6.
A lead out.
That's hit right back to the box. Jones goes to Fernandez, back to Mattingly, and that's it. On the double play, the American League shuts down the National and beats him 5-3. So the series now stands 37 wins for the National League, 22 for the American League, and 1 tie. The winning pitcher in Anaheim, and how sweet that is to end the story, Nolan Ryan. And the losing pitcher would be John Smoltz. And I would think for a baseball fan, this had pretty much everything you want, especially in the early innings.
Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. You had a little bit of everything. You had power, you had speed, you had running, you had defense. You had just about everything, and they got a great show here tonight.
And so the National and the American League with handshakes all around. Good show. We'll be back in Anaheim for a few more post-game remarks coming up right after this.